Hello, mums and dads, boys and girls. Father Christmas here. You're listening to the Andy Snowden Stage and Screen Radio Show. He's definitely on my naughty list.
It's a time we can all look forward to.
Arguably one of the greatest rock bands in the whole gosh damn world. There you go, Status Quo with their Christmas offering. It's called Christmas Time on the Stage and Screen Show. Brilliant. Now then, up at Theatre Clwyd, the world-famous rock and roll panto is up and running for 2024. This year's offering is Mother Goose, written once again by the fantastic Christian Patterson, back in the main house at Theatre Clwyd, so it's all nice and warm, and we've got 10 of the best actor musicians you are ever likely to see, all in the same place at the same time. Phylip Harries returns as the Dame, and I went up to see the press night last Thursday, and I caught a word with Phil. Here he is on the Stage and Screen Show, Phylip Harries.
So the last time we spoke, it was you were doing Brastoff in Aberystwyth. How was that?
Wow, God, Brastoff, yeah, that was great. We had a great time. It was a lovely show, and the audiences of Aberystwyth really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And we had a great cast, and what was great about it is that we had some local proper brass players to come in and augment the actor musicians who were part of the band. So we had a band of about 10 on stage, and they were all integrated into the action as well, so that was lovely.
Yeah.
So we got to know them pretty well. And
it's so emotive, isn't it, that the brass band music?
Oh, yeah, it's very, very emotive, and you know, and I'm glad to say that I've kept it going as best as I can. You know, I mean, I've joined a band at home,
right,
and been playing gigs with them and things. You know. So.
Well, I noticed this year you're playing the trombone. Have you always played the trombone?
Nope.
I thought he's playing trombone this year. Brilliant.
It's Dan Lloyd, the director. He left the rehearsal room for 5 minutes. When he came back, I had a trombone solo.
But for you, does every year that all roads lead to Theatre Clwyd?
Yes, I think so. You know, I mean, I've been up 21 years, haven't I? And there have been 2 occasions when I've left for a couple of years and come back. So for me, there's no better pantomime than this one up in Theatre Clwyd. It's just every year. You know, we can almost say every year, this is the best one yet, you know.
Yeah.
And this year, I say that, and I really mean it. I think it's definitely top 3 that I've been involved in, and it's edging to be the best.
Well, we'll talk about the production in a moment, but it's funny because I was thinking before that every single year people ask me, A, what Theatre Clwyd are doing this year, pantomime-wise, and B, whether Phil Harris is in it. Do you feel the pressure of that?
No, luckily I don't feel the pressure. That's a good question, that, because you think of people like Morecambe and Wise. When you see the documentaries about them, it's always about the pressure they felt to perform that Christmas special they had every year, and how intense they would get and nervous and all that. So I don't feel that, because it's such a big team of entertainers and writers and directors and choreographers, musicians that help put it all together. You're just part of a team. You're just a little cog in the whole machine. So that then takes all the pressure off, which is great.
But I think as audience members, we feel, when we see you coming on stage, you almost feel safe, if that's the right word. You feel safe in the hands of somebody that isn't going to say something, because there have been dames who kind of they overstep the mark, but they never know quite what's going to happen, so you're feeling a little bit nervous.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we all overstep the mark, and it's only when you overstep the mark that you learn, isn't it? You know? I've had plenty of occasions when I've done that, and I've thought, I wish I hadn't said that now. But that's the joy of it, is that as a dame you are allowed to, explore and enjoy,
Yeah.
and just to go with the audience flow. But overstepping the mark, it's very difficult.
Yeah, definitely. And we're sat in the auditorium of the, soon-to-be renovated Theatre Clwyd, and it's beautiful to be back in this space, isn't it? Formerly the Emlyn Williams Theatre changed its name, right?
Well, in fact, I think, wasn't this the Anthony Hopkins
Beg your
Theatre?
pardon, yes, it was,
This was the Anthony Hopkins Theatre, and it's now called the Moondance Theatre.
Moondance.
I forget what the Emlyn Williams... That's got a new name as well. I forget what that's called, but I'm sure you'll find that out for me.
Yeah.
But yes, so we're in the Moondance Theatre, and we've got some new plush seating, which look lovely. And I'm looking at the set, which is beautiful, another great design by Adrian G. And it's just a joy to be back.
Yeah. And the first time I think I spoke to you, I spoke to you and the writer, Christian Patterson, a mutual friend of ours, obviously.
Yeah.
And I can remember Christian saying then he wants to do Mother Goose.
Yeah.
And this year he's finally got round to writing Mother Goose. And it's a corker. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, he's been looking to do it for a long time now, and I think this year is the right time to do it. With us coming back into the theatre, so it's Mother Goose is traditionally the dame's panto. It's all about the dame, and it's just about the story of how fame and fortune can come before family and friendship, and just alter people for the worse.
Yeah.
And Gwladys Goose, she has a fair share of those troubles, lover. She just wants to be beautiful without realising that beauty's only skin deep, and that she is a beautiful person.
Yeah.
But she gets swayed by the dark side and entrapped by Soella Durrill. It's a lovely story. Christian has weaved his usual magic, and we got a great mix of traditional panto routines and some lovely story work, and of course the songs are again fantastic.
Yeah,
we just enjoy playing the songs and singing the songs.
Well, every year we talk about the multi-talented cast that you get for the panto here, but I just want to say quickly about your costumes this year, because
wow.
I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but
spoiler.
Oh, they are off the scale this year. It must be somewhere. I mean, your costumes, they do half your job for you, don't they?
No, man, that's exactly the thing, because, I say, every night, let the costumes do the work, which is great, so you can just stand there, let the audience enjoy the costume, and it does the work for you. But, this year I must have had about 3 or 4 costume fittings before we started, just to make sure that they all fitted and we're all coming in the right direction. Yeah. And Adrian has surpassed himself, and the team here at Theatre Clwyd who create these amazing costumes are just fantastic. Yeah. None better, in my view. Yeah. And every care for, detail, attention, everything, the wigs, the makeup, costumes, everything. It just looks sublime, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And funny as well. The costumes are funny as well. That's the thing.
It is strange that you can laugh at somebody's dress in this case, but no. Well, I'm going to stop there because I don't want to. I don't want to slip up and say something I shouldn't. But and you've just come off from this afternoon's show. You've got another one starting in about 20 minutes' time. So I'm going to let you go. But just a quick word about the cast, because they are. There's some new people in it this year I've not seen before. Yes,
we've again every year we say, "Oh, it's the best cast yet," but this year genuinely is one of the best casts. We've got a couple of newbies to Theatre Clwyd. Imad, who actually comes from Llandudno originally, and Ryan, who plays Glenny Goose. He's from the Calon Valley, Aberdawe. Right. So I'd worked with him before, and he's great. And Imad is a lovely boy. And they bring their own charm to a group of old has-been actors who have been there, done it all, and it keeps us all young and revitalised, and energised. So, you know, it's a great cast. We've got some stalwarts of Theatre Clwyd, Alice McKenna, Celia Cruz Finnegan. We got Steve Simmons, who is my love interest. And it's his first Theatre Clwyd panto, but we've done lots of shows together.
Yeah.
And Georgina White, of course, who's Sowella Derrill, you know, she's been up here many, many times as well. We've got Chi Homer, who's in Robin Hood with us, fantastic. And Dan Bottomley, who's such a versatile actor, and was in Operation Julie with us as well. Have I left anybody out? I don't want to leave anybody out because they're all brilliant.
Yeah, I don't think you have, to be honest with you.
Pretty good going.
And did you say Dan Lloyd, who also is a Theatre Clwyd pantomime?
Absolute legend, yeah.
Yeah, he's directed it this year.
He's directed it.
Right.
So last year, in The Big Top, he directed it alongside Francesca.
Mm-hmm.
This year, he's on his own, and, you know, he's taken that pressure on his shoulders very well.
Yeah.
And kept going and kept us all going, and he's done a great job.
Yeah, fantastic. Phil, I'm going to let you go, mate. 20 years. Go on, sorry.
21 years.
21 years this year. Of course
21,
it is. Yeah,
yeah.
I even talked about your 20th anniversary last year, so I don't know why I said that, but 21 years, and you've always been very generous speaking to me, and I really appreciate it.
I enjoy talking to everybody, you know, because that's when you find out how the job is going. You know, because people will let you know if they're not happy.
Yeah.
And we're here to please everybody, so
brilliant.
That's great.
You take care of yourself and have a lovely Christmas, mate.
Cheers back.
All the best.
So the absolutely fantastic rock and roll panto up at Theatre Clwyd, Mother Goose, is up and running, and will be running until the 19th of January next year. So you've got plenty of time to go see it. Box office number for Theatre Clwyd, 01352 344 101. That's 01352 344 101. Go on, support your local theatres, ladies and gentlemen. They won't be there forever if you don't.
Stage and Screen with Andy Snowden. Let us know what you want to hear on WhatsApp with the number 01978 540 410. We love local. Calon FM.